Hello besties, welcome to my channel Sarvani YT.
So welcome to my channel Sarvani YT. That was supposed to be a jump scare and I know you aren't scared and that didn't work. I'm used to it, no problem. So if you're new here, my name is Sarvani and this is my channel Sarvani YT and we discuss books here. We discuss everything related to books. I share my short stories, poems. So this is going to be great. So subscribe. And I just called you my bestie, right? So we are besties now and besties support each other. So do subscribe. So today we are going to discuss the book The Silent Patient, and I'm going to tell you 4 interesting things that I found in this book. Bear with me. Let's get going. Here we explore stories that matter. Welcome aboard, readers. Fasten your seatbelts for the most amazing journey of your life. Journey through fiction and fantasy.
You haven't subscribed yet? You haven't clicked that red button yet?
So what?
You are going to betray me like this?
Okay, so the first interesting thing about this book is the theme of this book. So the theme of this book is about mental health. The entire book revolves around mental health. What I found interesting and unique in this book is that it shows 2 outcomes of a traumatized person. One who gives in to the trauma and becomes the trauma, as in a person who is abused in childhood and becomes that abuser in the adulthood, and second side where the person gives in to the trauma and loses identity. Means they don't forget their identity, but they just lose individuality. So that is one thing I found really interesting about this book. The second thing that I find really interesting about this book is how the writer used a Greek mythology and related it to the actual story and plot of this book. So the Greek mythology is Alcestis, and so the writer just wrapped the entire story around the story of Alcestis. I know it sounds confusing, but the story of Alcestis is that she sacrifices herself for her husband and dies instead of him, and she later comes back from the underworld alive, and then she stops speaking. So in our main story also, Alicia Berenson stops speaking after she kills her husband. So we question why these women aren't speaking after something traumatic happened to them. And at the end of the book we find the answer, and it's really satisfying, trust me. So that's that. The third thing that I found captivating about this book is timeline of this book. That is one very interesting thing that I found in this book, and I can't believe this was a debut, right? So 2 timelines run parallel to each other, one in the present, one in the past, and we cannot differentiate between them while we are reading, right? So one is the story of Alicia Berenson and the second is about Theo Faber, and these stories are so synchronized that we cannot differentiate which is running where. So the fourth interesting thing that I found in this book is that it quotes a lot of psychoanalysts, right? So legit psychoanalysts. So one such example, let me read it to you. There is no such thing as a baby. The development of our personalities doesn't take place in isolation, but in relationship with another. We are shaped and completed by unseen, unremembered forces, namely our parents. So see, such interesting facts are present in this book all the way around. And other quote of the psychoanalyst is, someone who has never learned to contain himself is plagued by anxious feelings for the rest of his life. feelings that Bayan aptly titled Nameless Dread. So, such interesting, relatable facts and quotes from actual psychoanalysts are present throughout this book, and that makes the story even more interesting, even more relatable, right? Even more captivating. So, that's that. I can't believe this video is ending so soon, but that's all for today. Bye bye, guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
You're going to leave me so soon.
No problem. We're going to meet again. I know. Bye bye.